Imagine waking up one morning, turning on the news, and the headline says, "The United States has officially failed to pay its debt." Markets crashing, banks panicking, the dollar falling in real time. Today's video is simple. What actually happens if the US can't pay its debt? Before we start, hit that like button and subscribe if you love deep financial breakdowns. Keycap 1 Part 1. What is the US debt? Every year, the US government borrows trillions of dollars. Who do they owe this money to? Investors, banks, pension funds, countries like Japan and China, and millions of regular Americans who buy US Treasury bonds. A Treasury bond is basically the US saying, "Give us your money now, and we'll pay you back with interest." But what if the US suddenly says, "Sorry, we can't pay you"? That moment is called a default. Keycap 2 Part 2. Why is a US default dangerous? The entire global financial system runs on heavy checkmark the US dollar, heavy checkmark US Treasury bonds, heavy checkmark and US trust. If the US defaults, these three things are hit first. 1. Global trust collapses. Investors panic. If the strongest economy fails, then everything else looks risky. 2. US credit rating crashes. America becomes a high-risk borrower. Interest rates rise instantly. 3. Financial market chaos. Stock markets fall. Banks stop lending. And global trade slows down overnight. Keycap 3 Part 3. The real consequences. Let's break down what actually happens in the real world. Small blue diamond 1. The dollar crashes. Countries start selling the dollar. The value of the dollar falls. Imports become expensive, inflation explodes. Small blue diamond 2. Prices inside America skyrocket. Gas, groceries, medicine, everything becomes expensive. The middle class suffers the most. Small blue diamond 3. A crash worse than 2008. In 2008, only the housing market collapsed. A US default hits the entire system. Banks hold trillions in US bonds. If those bonds lose value, banks become unstable. Small blue diamond 4. Government stops paying people. The US government will not be able to send military salaries, social security checks, federal employee salaries, pension payments, welfare payments. Millions of Americans suddenly have no income. Small blue diamond 5. Global economic shockwave. This is like an economic world war. Most international trade happens in dollars. If the dollar becomes unstable, countries panic, markets freeze, and global growth falls. Small blue diamond 6.
Gold et crypto explosion.
Investors run to safe assets. Gold jumps. Bitcoin surges. 4. Can the US actually default? Here's the truth. A US default is extremely unlikely, almost impossible. Why? Because the US can raise taxes, print more money, raise the debt ceiling, use emergency powers, shift funds internally. The real risk is not financial. It's political fights in Washington. Keycap 5 Part 5. Final message. If the US ever truly defaulted, the global economy would enter a completely new era.
À $8.
A new world financial system and a global recession. But for now, it remains political threat, not a real financial danger. If you found this breakdown useful, backhand index pointing right, hit like. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to the channel. Backhand index pointing right, comment below. Do you want part 2?